Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some clips on my Mythic rally trap from KVK. So, I thought I had lost these clips, but apparently I just had it in the wrong folder. So I found them, so now I can do a video on it. So this was actually from a couple KVKs ago. I was up against JVT, and K Plus and all these different guilds there. It was actually a pretty decent 4-way KVK for my rally trap. I was a little bit smaller at the time. I was running around 24 million troops. Not a lot of tier 4. Obviously, I still have quite a bit of tier 5, but I was under like the 2 mil backline kind of area. So this is kind of a comp that would probably burn to most people nowadays, where it was actually doing quite fine back in, when was this? This was June. So I think this was before they changed something. I'm still very adamant that they changed something. You guys might not believe me. That is totally up to you. I don't really care at this point. If it changed or it didn't change, you gotta change your comps anyways. So anyways, this was him just testing my front line to see what was going on. I was just faking offline. I think I dropped my shield and they ported next to me because I am in Fury currently. So I believe I just did a normal shield drop, fake rally 8-hour timer. Their bots were obviously running in our kingdom. This guy found me, tested my front line, all that stuff. I'm always running anti on these because if I'm not running an anti, it kind of looks like I am trapping just based on the amount of troops I have in my castle size. So anyway, so this guy's gonna be going in with the rally. I am baiting him to go a certain way, so I am currently hoping he goes the way I want him to go, because that's kind of how you go. You bait him at a certain format. Hopefully he tests you, think you're offline, he goes that. Sometimes they bamboozle you and go the opposite and try to counter what you're switching to, but sometimes you can even counter that. So anyway, so the coalition's going to come in. I'm going to throw my war gear here. I don't actually have time to check what was going on because I threw the war gear on a little late there. But fortunately for me, they did go Cav, which I was baiting them to go. So it worked out totally fine for me. So I was able to get that. I did have my war gear on a little longer than I probably wanted at this point, so they probably saw it, like 100% saw it, but I got the counter off. It was good. They went range. It looks like I think they went, wait, did they go range no fodder? Oh no, I know what's going on, never mind. So I asked for a garrison and the garrison was able to take out the fodder, so that's what was going on here. I totally forgot, sorry. But yeah, that's what happened. That's why it didn't really matter if I countered this one or not, because it automatically threw me into infantry. So that's why I got the counter off. I didn't technically counter it, but if they send range and you take out all their fodder, it automatically throws you into infantry phalanx. You automatically counter their rally. So if you're ever rallying somebody with range, don't send in like infantry foul or something like that. Send it in a formation that actually has fodder behind your main troops, so you don't have like both your infantry and cav in front of your range, because a garrison can now take out all of your fodder stuff, and then you automatically hit them in infantry foul and just counter yourself. So yeah, so that's what was going on there. So again, I wouldn't have actually countered that if I didn't have that garrison, but that's why I asked for the garrison, just in case they were going to send a range rally at me. Because I was baiting in Cav at the time when they were testing me. So again, I was thinking they might do a range, but just in case they try to bamboozle me, I switched to range myself, just in case they tried to send something else, which they didn't, which was nice. And then that happened. And then this was actually a little bit later in the day. This was probably like, I think I took that one at like 8 a.m. and this one's at like 12 a.m. pretty much the next day almost. So I was pretty much already sleeping, I think, at this point, and I got a call at like 12:30, or maybe I was still up, whatever it was. I was super tired. I remember when I was doing this, I was super tired at this point. So this was a little bit difficult, because if you're tired, you're usually really slow. It's really hard to do stuff. Like, trust me, this is why I usually shield at night and don't wait to get people to call me when I'm getting rallied, because if I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm so groggy. I'm way too slow to do any of my switches. There's a chance of me getting countered super high, because even this one, it is infantry here. I was just a little bit too slow to switch over, and they carpeted it in before I actually swapped that. So just a bit on the slow side. Like, I normally could switch a little bit faster than that, but unfortunately this one, they caught me. They carpeted it quickly, got the full counter off. I was able to cap it still, even though this guy is double 11k hero, 1.2 mil tier 5. Again, it was just easier to cap. It was just way easier to cap people back then, even with my smaller comp like this. I did get into my tier 4 from that hit, unfortunately, so my tier 4 and tier 5 ended up in my infirmaries, which was a very expensive heal, by the way. If you start having to heal those tier 5, it can get quite costly. You can see here he has 155 castle stars. That was max castle stars at the time. He doesn't have a crazy amount of artifact stars or anything like that, but he's still quite strong. Obviously, he hit me for 5 point something mil, which was pretty normal back then. Getting countered for 5 mil, especially if you had a smaller comp like I was running. And I don't have like full Mythic champ on this account or anything like that. Obviously have a single piece Mythic champ now, but at the time I didn't have the single piece Mythic champ. I was just a full Mythic account there. It looks like they're going to be setting a double rally on me. Unfortunately, I cannot take a double rally. Fortunately, this is KVK, so I do have the option of just switching kingdoms for a bit, just to rebuild, or not just rebuild, but get some of my troops back, heal up and all that, because at this point, I didn't have the troops to take a double rally, especially from these leaders. These leaders are running, I think both these guys, Predatorxvx and Rock, both have double 11k heroes, so they're both really strong. So what I did is just port to the other kingdom, where my guild had the base, just so I can try to get some healing done, maybe get some of those troops out of the sanctuary, because since they did get into my backline on my range, I am quite low on backline range. So if they ever sent a cav blast or anything like that, I could get in trouble here, and they could get a walk back at that time. So even the counter, I was able to cap, because guess what? Like, my range isn't doing much to this infantry anyway, so if they take out my range, not a big deal. My cav and inf are still doing enough damage on this to actually cap him. And you can see he was running double 11k heroes, Rock there. But they did end up actually following me to this kingdom and setting a rally, like literally right after. You can see the rally is already set. It wasn't a double, so I was like, okay, I'm good. I'll port to the corner, give myself more time, since I am sort of a little groggy right now from just waking up. I will have enough time to actually counter it. And obviously, even with the carpets the last time, I almost got the counter off with him sitting right next to me. So if I'm in the corner, I'll have plenty of time to get the counters off, unless they have like a carpet bot that hits me in like 1 second or something like that. But I was thinking it should be enough time. So anyways, I'm going to actually pop an attack boost here, because I had a good feeling they were going to be going cav on this, because they took out so much of my range in the previous rally, because that's obviously the easiest chance to get a walk back if you already take someone's backline troops out. So it looks like it's a couple seconds away. CG Lexicon is going to be coming in here. Let's take a look and see what they're sending. It is going to be a cav rally, so it's pretty easy. I was already sitting in range, but just going to go to range foul. It's a little bit better. They did not carpet very fast, so I decided just to actually just port away right when they sent that, since I already had the attack boost running here. I didn't want it to run out or something like that while the rally was walking, so I'm going to throw back on the ante there. Take a look and see how I did. I don't think I got a walk back or anything like that. I only had like 19 million troops at the time, so not a huge amount. They took out 1.6, not too bad there. So let's take a look here. Yeah, they did about 800k to my front line with that rally. 800k was the Pack 5 familiars, so worked out very well for me. So let's let's take a look here. Lexicon here. Looks like what is it? 4 or 5 piece Mythic champ there. 4 piece Mythic champ. Decent stars, all that stuff. Again, all of JBT's leads were actually pretty strong, and their allies also were pretty strong. They were running quite a bit of 11k heroes and all that as well. So, yeah. Anyways, let's take a look here. Yeah, so if you're ever in this situation and you need extra time, just take the migration, get rid of it. That way you can actually have time just to recoup and come back. Because again, in KVK, you can switch kingdoms whenever you want. If you don't want to take a rally, don't take a rally. If you want to take a rally, take the rally. If you want to go into Fury, go into Fury and take all the rallies. But again, if you have a tiny comp and they're running doubles and triples, probably don't go into Fury because you could get in trouble. And thankfully for me, I wasn't in Fury, was able to cancel it. Had 166 million KVK points at that point as well, so it worked out pretty well. Unfortunately, some of these rallies weren't double points, or I would have had quite a bit more, but still worked out fine. Yeah, so he had 383 levels, 126 castle stars, pretty good lead. Then obviously Rock a little bit stronger, 5-piece Mythic champ, double 11k heroes on that one as well. And then the first rally lead was also quite strong. So, and again, I wasn't switching out of my work because again they saw it, so there's no point in getting out and having to worry about doing your gear swap. They were going to rally me either way. I wasn't like a massive comp. I was only 500 mil might at the time too. So anyway, so we're gonna move on to the next clip. This was actually just from one of my guildmates. I was just gonna leave this in here. This was from Predatorxvx. So this is me recording. It's not from his point of view, but he's actually gonna be taking a full counter here. And this was actually one of the comps I was trying to kind of test out on my comp when I was taking that rally against Brawls that did like 10 million damage against me, which was a little bit on the unexpected side at the time, because I thought the comp was pretty solid. It was doing pretty well, especially against yeah, but this guy obviously is not as strong as Brawls or anything like that, and Preacher NK had a little bit bigger of a comp as well. But I thought the thought process behind the comp was pretty solid. Have a good front line, have a good back or range back line, be able to take some counters without like crazy losses, like 10 million. But anyways, so yeah. Anyways, so yeah, you can see what he sent here. There was about 1 million tier 5, actually 950k. Did 3.3 million, so not too bad, honestly, from a full counter, especially since the Pack 5 Familiars are probably doing 800k of that, so he's only taken 2-something million from the counter. So I was like, oh, the comp works pretty well, let me try it out. Didn't work out for me, but again, like I said, I think they changed something. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll have some more trapping videos coming out. What do I need to do? Actually, I have a bunch of zeros, like huge zeros, 2 billion, 3 billion byte zeros I gotta put out from my guild. That is recruiting, that is FU, that is the guild I'm taking all these rallies in. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.